Eighth Man DVD.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
You can't make me go.
Any minute you come back here now and do as I say.
Get her, Jed, get her. Make her mine death.
Doggone it, Duke. I sure would like to know what all this excitement's about. Wish I was done eating.
You might as well give up, Jed. She's made it to the big tree.
Granny, I'm going up after her and bring her down.
That's a mighty tall tree, Jed, and she's going plumb to the top.
Granny, this is something that can't be put off no longer. That girl has got to start to school. Good, Duke. Really me. Take to that girl's finishing school. I reckon you ain't much interested in school. You'd rather be chasing a raccoon up a tree, wouldn't you? I'm afraid Ellie would, too. Oh, hello, Granny. Did you get her into a dress?
I did. Got her hair up in braids, too.
I kind of favor Ellie Mae's hair hanging down nice and loose and pretty.
Oh, Jed, she's commencing to school, and a schoolgirl should wear her hair in braids.
How come?
That's so the boy that sits behind her can stick her pigtails in the inkwell. That's how they get acquainted.
Might work all right back in the hills, but here in the city, things is a mite different.
Boys is boys and girls is girls, city or country. I'll bet you Ellie Mae has a boy toting her books home tonight.
I'm afraid not, Granny. You see, in the school where Ellie's going, there ain't no boys there.
What kind of a fool school is that?
I want Miss Drysdale to hear it was her idea.
I might have known it. That woman is a troublemaker. She never did cotton to us living here, and she's up to something now. I'm gonna learn her to mind her own business.
Now, hold on there, back up. Sir, Miss Drysdale done Ellie Mae a favor to get her into that school. That's what you call a girls' finishing school.
Without any boys, I don't know how they even get started.
Well, here I am, Paul.
Ellie Mae, you are prettier than sunup.
And you want to waste her on a school full of girls.
Come on in and see yourself in the looking glass.
Paul, do I have to wear a dress?
Ellie Mae, that's the dress that your Aunt Pearl made for you.
Hey, this is all handwork, Ellie. Pearl spent 4 weeks on this.
And 50 cents in cash. Ellie Mae, you just be thankful. Why, there won't be a girl in that exclusive finishing school with a dress like this.
For like the lunch I fixed for you. I even throwed in a surprise for the teacher. A nice, big, fat, baked old possum.
Swimming in gopher gravy. I tell you, Ellie Mae, you're gonna cut a wide path through that school.
Paul, why can't I wear my regular clothes to school?
Because this is Beverly Hills and girls is just... Jed Clampett speaking. Oh, hi there, Miss Drysdale. Well, yeah, she's just about ready to go now, but she's wanting to wear her old pants and shirt, and I told her that... It is? Well, that sure is going to pleasure Ellie. Well, thank you, Miss Drysdale. Bye. Miss Drysdale said it'd be just fine for you to wear your old pants and shirt to that exclusive finishing school.
Miss Hathaway! Oh, wait a minute, Chief. Your wife is here. Yes, I know you want to... Hello? Hello, hello? Hello to you. Any news from Milburn? Oh, yes, he'll be in Friday. Oh, good. I'd rather imagine the Clampetts will have moved away by then. Moved away? What have you done, Mrs. Drysdale? Only what you and Milburn have been urging me to do. Be helpful. I recommended this school to Mr. Clampett for his daughter, Elly May. Oh, well, that was very nice. What school? One befitting the daughter of a Beverly Hills multimillionaire. Our most exclusive, private, finishing school. Not the Willows. Where else? You and Milburn keep reminding me that under her blue jeans and faded shirt, Elly May is as good as anyone. She is. But those girls at the Willows are insufferable snobs. They'll cut her to ribbons. Well, don't blame me if she finds herself beyond her social and intellectual depths. I've been saying from the first that the Clampetts didn't belong. I've tried to spare them this humiliation. You are all heart. They must be on their way to the Willows. After the reception, they get there. I rather imagine they'll be on their way to the hills or the caves or wherever it is they came from. Mrs. Drysdale, this may cost me my position here, but there is something I must say. You are a fink.
This is the way we go to school, finishing school. This is the way we go to school with the possum for the teacher.
I still do not approve of your attending school in such casual attire. None of the other girls are wearing slacks and sweatshirts.
Oh, Mama, relax. The other girls look to me to set the pace. Tomorrow, everyone will be wearing mink sweatshirts. And then, of course, I shall switch to chinchilla.
You want Mother to go in and help you enroll, dear?
Oh, no, darling. I'm taking the same subjects as last year. Golf, fencing, tennis, riding, history, and water skiing.
Do try to stick with it this time, Cynthia. You're becoming a finishing school dropout.
Doodaloo.
That up for you, Sin.
My couturier, but of course the idea was mine.
Oh, pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle. Je cherche mademoiselle Clampett.
Oh, well, I'm afraid my French is a little rusty.
I am from Haute Couture, the famous Parisian fashion magazine.
Well, this is my own concept.
Well, we cannot all be creative, n'est-ce pas? Oh, but getting back to Mademoiselle Clampett, we understand she is enrolling here today, and naturally, she would set a new style trend just as she always does.
Clampett?
Oh, yes, they has just moved here from their mountain chateau. They're ghastly rich, swimming in oil. Complete non-conformists, fiercely original. They sometimes weave their own cloth.
Oh, well, that is original.
I think she is arriving.
This is the way we go to school with the possum for the teacher.
In that old trunk?
That must be part of the overall motif. She spares no expense to create total effect.
Well, there you are, Elly. You want us to go in with you to see you get a good desk?
I'll be all right, Pop. I see Miss Jane up yonder by the porch.
I bet you Miss Drysdale sent her over to see Elly feels at home.
She's just wearing blue jeans and a shirt and a rope for a belt.
A basic, how understated, how zen.
She looks like a hillbilly.
Voila! You have given this new vogue a name. It will sweep Paris like wildfire. I must run and get my sketch pad.
Here's your possum, Ellie. And remember, when you give it to the teacher, don't slop no hot gopher gravy on her.
I won't, Granny.
Bye-bye, Ellie.
Bye, Ellie. Bye, Ellie.
Bye.
Learn your cipher, and Ellie. And be a good girl.
Bye.
Cynthia, she's carrying a bucket.
Yes. It's the ultimate simplicity in purses. Next week, Jackie Kennedy will have one.
Here she comes now. I do hope she will remember me. It would be such a thrill.
Well, hi there, Miss Jane. Sure is good to see you here.
She remembers me. Oh, Mademoiselle Flampé. C'est si ravissant. C'est aussi grand honneur.
Gosh, you might, I can't figure a word you're saying.
That's what I call total effect. She has even mastered the accent. S'il vous plaît. Vous êtes formidable.
She's your daughter, Jed. And I ain't one for telling you how to raise her or where to send her to school. Unless, of course, you wish to ask me. If you want to send Ellie Mae to school where there's no boys, that's your business. And you ain't gonna get one word out of me. Unless you ask me. You're making a mistake.
Howdy there, Miss Jane. Ellie Mae, you didn't spend no time at all at school.
Well, I know, Pa. I met just one girl, and then Miss Jane said we'd ought to leave.
Well, I thought it best.
Ellie Mae, you didn't give the teacher her possum.
Well, Miss Jane wouldn't let me.
What?
Oh, well, you see, Granny, there are a dozen teachers, and I was afraid they'd fight over it.
Well, she's right. One possum wouldn't hardly feed no more than 2 people.
That's right. I'll get busy, and tomorrow I'll bake you 6 possums.
Miss Jane said I hadn't ought to go back tomorrow.
Why not?
Well,
You mean Ellie Mae ain't good enough for them other girls?
Oh, it's not that.
Let's have the truth now.
Well, if you want the truth, they are not good enough for her.
Ellie Mae, don't you listen to that kind of talk. Miss Jane, we don't hold with some folks thinking he's better than others.
Mr. Clampett, not everyone feels that way.
Anyone can get a spiteful spell now and then.
Yeah, now you take Miss Drysdale. For a time there, she was treating us like we was polecats at a picnic. Yesterday, she turned real nice, and she told me about that school for Ellie to go to.
I can see this is going to take time, and I must get back to the office now. Don't let Ellie Mae have anything more to do with those girls at the Willows.
I declare, I never thought Miss Jane would put on airs.
Me neither. Ellie Mae, I hope them girls over to the school didn't get the feeling that you held yourself above them.
I hope not, too, Pa.
Why don't you invite the whole kit and caboodle of them over here for a possum supper?
Granny, I just met one girl, Cynthia Fenwick.
Well, invite Cynthia and her whole family.
I'll do it, Pa.
Oh, Cynthia, darling.
Hi, Mommy, darling. Homework tonight, forehand bowling.
Cynthia's the most ghastly person who's been phoning for you today.
Mommy, I don't even know any ghastly person.
Precisely what I said. I said, see here, Miss Clampett, you ghastly person.
Clampett, Ellie Mae Clampett has been calling me?
Yes, and she had the cheek to invite us to her home. I suspect a kidnap plot. She has the strangest accent.
Mommy, the Clampetts are the avant-garde social leaders of the season.
Are you serious?
Dreadfully serious.
You mean we should accept?
Don't just accept. Call them immediately and beg to be invited.
Beasley, where's the nearest phone? Front seat or back?
Front seat. I tell you, Granny, I never talked to nobody so pitiful anxious to come for victuals as them Fenwicks.
He must have fell on hard times, Jed.
Be, you know, it turns out she's a widow woman. Oh, Ellie Mae, Miss Fenwick called back, and she's coming for supper, her and Cynthia.
Oh, good, Pa. Cynthia sure looked like she could use some victuals. Powerful skinny girl.
I told you, Jed, they fell on hard times.
That's a fact. Cynthia was wearing the oldest-looking clothes I ever did see.
She was?
Had on the fur she must outrode 15 years ago. It barely come to her middle. And her
pants have been worn till his plumb shine.
Her ma's in worse shape than she is. That poor old widder ain't got nothing to wear.
You don't say.
Well, it must have shamed her something terrible to have to say it, but right on the telephone, she asked me, did she have to dress for dinner?
Cynthia, I have always tried to indulge your every whim. I've been a very generous and I've been a very understanding mother. But I refuse to go to dinner in blue jeans.
Oh, Mummy. Either we go dressed in the height of fashion or I shall hold my breath until I turn purple. I think how that will go with this orange pinwheel.
But dear, they're not showing blue jeans, not in Vogue, not in Harper's. And every couturier we've called has hung up on us. Now, how can they be fashionable?
Because Ellie Mae Clampett has decreed it. Think of it, Mummy. We can wear them before Princess Grace and Jackie Kennedy.
Ooh. Are they going to be in the Clampetts' dinner?
No, Mummy. And neither will we unless I can find some blue jeans. I best call Ellie Mae and explain why we're running late.
Well, sure, Cynthia. You and your ma just take your time. That's all right. Bye. Paul, you sure was right about them folks being hard up. They's gonna be late because they can't find clothes to wear.
Ellie Mae, you're thinking about the same thing I am.
Take 'em some of mine.
I had it done in a way that don't rob 'em of their pride. Jethro, I want you to drive Ellie Mae. She's going over to Fenwick's to take him some clothes.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, they can have some of mine, too.
Mine, too.
That's the spirit.
Come on, Jethro. Sure, this is the right place. It's awful little.
Yeah, this is it, all right, Ellie. Says right on it, Fenwick House. Reckon no one's home.
That's good. We can leave these clothes without shaming them none.
Yeah, I'll set them right inside the door. Look at Ellie. Just one teensy little room.
And not a stick of furniture in it.
Hey, and look. He's trying to grow a little garden right here in this box.
No wonder poor Cynthia's so thin. There ain't enough in there to feed a baby rabbit.
Cynthia! Perhaps we could buy blue jeans, already made, at a, what do they call it, a clothing store.
Oh, Mummy.
Well, you needn't be crude about it.
The butler's buzzing. Yes, Jason. Mummy, are you expecting a caller? There seems to be someone at the gatehouse.
No, dear.
No, Jason. Mummy, the gatehouse. The gardeners sometimes leave work clothes there.
Surely you're not suggesting that...
This is an emergency. I shall dash right down to the gatehouse and have a look. Jason, have the car brought around immediately.
It would have broke your heart to see where they live.
Their whole house ain't no bigger than a chicken coop.
They don't even have a place to roost.
Not one stick of furniture.
No victuals except some little old greens that's trying to grow in a bar. Pitiful. Just pitiful.
You know, I always wondered why the Lord give us so much, but I reckon this is the reason. He wanted us to share with poor, needy folks like the widder Fenwick and her young'un. Now, Ellie Mae brought them some clothes. Granny is going to give them some food. What they need now is furnishings for that poor little house of theirs. Now, quick, let's load up the truck before they get here. Granny and Ellie, you get some dishes and some eating tools. Jethro and me, you'll find us some furniture. I want you young'uns to learn something now that I hope will abide with you for the rest of your days. The greatest joy of living is a joy that comes from giving. Sure you only got room for one bed, Jethro?
Just barely. Reckon it'll be big enough for the both of them?
All I hear from Elly, that Cynthia Fenwick is so skinny you couldn't hit her with a handful of corn.
Oh, Mr. Clampett! I thought I saw you moving things out. I hope you're not angry over Ellie Mae's experience at the Willows, but apparently it did open your eyes.
It sure did. We didn't know there was people like the Fenwicks in Beverly Hills.
The Fenwicks? Did Ellie Mae meet Cynthia Fenwick?
Yes, ma'am.
That's how come we's loading all this stuff up on it.
Jethro. No use robbing folks of their pride.
He's right, Jethro. The less said, the better. Just load up and go.
We's hurrying quick as we can.
Let me help.
Yeah, that's mighty neighborly of you. I'll go see how Granny and Ellie's getting along in the kitchen.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most understated and zen of all? You, Cynthia Fenwick, you little darling. Come to the mirror, Mums. Let's see how you look.
I can't look. I just can't.
Don't be silly. Now, here's your bucket.
Bucket.
Well, it's part of the Clampett look. Now, of course, you must picture your hair in braids. Really? Jason, come quickly. Bring some cold champagne to pour over Mummy. It doesn't matter. Any vintage year will do.
By doggies, I never seen a woman so overcome with the spirit of giving as Mrs. Drysdale. She's still toting things out.
I wish she'd get the spirit and start giving some of her own things.
If she don't let up soon, I may hint about that. Jed Clampett speaking. Oh, howdy there, Miss Cynthia. Y'all coming over today?
Well, I'm afraid Mummy's not well. Might we have a rain check?
Why, you betcha you can. Just a minute. Granny, is it gonna rain tonight?
All the signs point to it.
Granny says yes. You'd best keep your maw inside and in the dry tonight.
Yes. Well, I shall. How about tomorrow?
Just a minute. How about tomorrow, Granny?
Fair and sunny.
Granny says tomorrow'll be fine. You all come over and spend the whole day.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Clampett. Thank you and bless you. We are so deeply grateful to you for your kindness and understanding. Well, I'd really just love to say more, but Mummy's fainted and I must attend to her.
Well, yes, ma'am. You do that. Them Fenwicks is so overcome by that little show of kindness of ours that Cynthia just about bawling and the widder fainted dead away.
Jed, you best come see the Mrs. Drysdale. I'm afraid she's gonna strain something working the way she is.
Yeah, I'll tend to that, Jethro. You get the truck under cover before it rains.
Ellie, we gotta get upstairs and close them windows.
Whoa, Miss Drysdale, hold on there, hold on. Tomorrow's another day.
You will continue moving tomorrow, you promise?
We spend the whole day just making the Fenwicks happy.
And me. I'll come here early to help.
Well, why don't you just rest up tomorrow? You must be all tuckered out.
No. I shall be here early.
Never did see such a change of heart come over a woman.
Jed!
Oh, Granny, let's have victuals early so we can all get to sleep early. Tomorrow's a big day.
Ain't none of us gonna get to sleep early tonight, Jed Clampett.
Why not?
Miss Drysdale done emptied out all 12 bedrooms. rhymes.
This has been a Filmways presentation.
Eighth Man DVD.